All right, legends, welcome back. So 2 videos ago, we created our favorites. Last video, we went ahead and created our project as well as a keyword collection. Now we're going to start adding the clips that we want into our timeline. So there's 2 ways that I do it. You can either drag and drop. That's definitely like the rookie noob way. Nothing wrong with that. I've been doing that since the early days of iMovie. Just go ahead and drag it, drop it just like that. Shift Z becomes your best friend when you're in your timeline down here. So if you're always kind of maybe confused, if you pull this too far to the left or the right, we'll pull this all the way to the left. If you hit Shift Z, it brings the clips pretty much to the exact perspective that you want. So we can put all these clips in here. I'll put that in there. I'm just dragging and dropping. I'm going to shorten this up. And it's always going to fill. If you hit Shift Z, it's always going to fill it to about here, about 80% of your timeline. So go ahead and hit Shift Z, just like that. Perfect. It's pretty much like the perfect ratio of how minimized or maximized I want my timeline. So Shift Z is definitely one of my best friends. So that's one way of doing it. Now when you want to remove clips, just click on the clip and just hit backspace or delete. I'm sorry. Just like that. Now, if you want to be a little bit more kind of Final Cut Pro advanced editor about it, what you can do is I'll go ahead and click on this clip. And there's 3 options right here. All these options added to the timeline. I use this option right here if I'm going to do like picture in picture. This option right here is going to add it to wherever your playhead is. So we could have our playhead right here. And I've got this clip and it's going to add it right there. And this option right here, if I just want to add a clip to the end. So what I want to do is just, if I want to take this clip and click right there, it's automatically going to add it to the end. So that's kind of the gist. Those are the 2 ways that I do it. What you do not want to do is right click and open in timeline because it's going to take it out of our project that we're in. And that's not bad. You can just keep opening stuff up in timeline and just keep doing all your projects in the event, but that's not why we did that. That's not why we took the time to create the project. So I'm going to go back and it's creating gaps right there. So that's it. How I add my clips to my timeline. I either drag and drop or I click on a clip and I'll just add it. See my playhead's already at the start right here. I'll just go ahead and click it right there. I will add this. Well, it's not going to matter if I click this or that because my playhead's already at the end. And that's kind of the gist. So good luck with that, guys. Hopefully this made sense. That's the 2 ways that I add my clips to my timeline in iMovie. In the next movie, we're going to talk about our blade tool right here. We're actually going to talk about cutting up clips. Sorry, I had just like a bucket of coffee right now. And that's kind of the gist. So keep in mind, you can either drag and drop or use one of these 3 options right here. But what you do not want to do is, I mean, there's no right or wrong. You're not going to go to prison for doing this. You don't want to open it up in timeline because that's just going to go out of the project that we created. All right, guys, good luck with this. Hopefully this made sense. Next video, we're going to start talking about the blade tools and all these select, trim, position, hand and zoom tools right here. These are all very easily to use keyword shortcuts. And this is kind of like the pulse of editing in Final Cut Pro 10. All right, guys, good luck with that. Hopefully this made sense. I'll see you in the next video.